Hey guys, this is Apple Gamer 24/7. I'm here to give you guys a review today of the Magic Trackpad by Apple. This is a desktop accessory that you can buy for your desktop Mac, which gives it the multi-touch gestures that you would see on the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro, but you can do it on your desktop. So this is really useful for people who just want to, experience the multi-touch gestures. It's probably a necessity now since you have macOS 10 Lion. I wouldn't say it's that necessity if you have Snow Leopard or Leopard. I don't think this even supports Tiger, but if you have a older version of the Mac, it's not really that useful. But if you have Lion, you'll really be able to take advantage of some of these multi-touch gestures that you will get in this. So that's mainly why the reason I picked it up is for the Lion gestures, which I will go over in the second part of this review. The first part is just going over the design. But so before I start this video, I just want to say sorry guys for no unboxing. I usually do an unboxing of all my Apple products, but I was sick, so you couldn't really hear me or understand me. So I decided to delete the video, and I thought this might be a good way to make up for it. So anyway, let's jump into the review. So starting off with the design, as you can see, it's very thin. There's pretty much nothing to it. It starts off pretty thin. It goes all the way down. Sort of reminds me of the MacBook Air design when it starts out pretty thick up here and then goes all the way down. So it's nice and thin. On the front is basically the touch gesture. This is where you would go and do any gestures you would do on your Mac. You can do the 2-finger scrolling, the 3-way, and a few other ones. On the side here, you get the power button, which turns the Bluetooth sensor on and off, and you use this to pair it. On the back, you get your Apple logo and your legal information. And on the side, you get your coin slot, just like you would with the wireless keyboard. Any other device, you would stick your quarter in it, and you would be able to take the batteries out if they die or something. It's made out of aluminum glass, as you would see on the iMac and the MacBook Pro. So it's going over with the design. If you had a Apple wireless keyboard, if you were to stick this right here, it would be level. So you can be typing and then you can be gesturing. And if you needed to use your mouse for anything precision wise, you would be able to use that as well. It actually clicks down. A lot of people don't say this clicks down, but I'm going to demonstrate right now that this actually clicks down. As you can hear, it clicked down. You can press it on here, and actually what happens is that this back plate right here sort of snaps into the trackpad. So when you click on it, it goes in. So you can probably actually hear the side right here. See, like in the corners go in, so you can see it move a little bit. So that's how it clicks down. So it actually does click down. I saw a few other reviews that say it didn't click down, but this one actually does. So I just want to point that out there. A few bad things about it is I don't really have too many bad things to say about this. One thing I do notice about this compared to the Apple wireless keyboard is that it sucks up a lot of battery life. What I mean is that I have my Apple Bluetooth keyboard maybe since August, and the battery life hasn't even gone down once. It still has 100% battery life. I don't know why it just does, but this I had it for about 2 weeks and it's only at 97%. That's not really a huge deal, but I just noticed this sucks a lot of battery out more than the Apple wireless keyboard does. So if you're like a battery freak and you're constantly changing your batteries out, I wouldn't recommend this. If you wanted to go the rechargeable option, I would recommend picking up the Apple rechargeable batteries. But if you're not somebody that doesn't really care, who doesn't use batteries that often like I do, the battery life isn't really a big issue. One thing I do notice is that when I'm using it, say I'm on like Safari, I'm scrolling around on my desktop or doing anything like that, I notice that the trackpad will lose its connection to my computer. I don't know if it's a particular trackpad or it's my Mac, but it loses connection every once in a while, and then I have to repair it, and that's just a pain in the butt. So I don't know if it's a Bluetooth, I don't know if it's a Mac error or just trackpad. It seems to lose connection every now and then. And finally, this is not really a huge deal, but it only works in a few times. I've noticed maybe once or twice. Is that my trackpad will cut, the gestures won't work. If I wanted to switch between my full screen apps and my desktop, if I want to do the gesture that does it, the gesture won't work. I usually have to do it maybe another time or even a third time to get it to work. But most of the time the gestures do work, but most of the time they're right on. If I want to do scrolling, I just go like this. If I want to go like that to change my desktops, it actually does work. So I do like the gestures, but most of the time they can cut out. So anyway guys, that was just the design part of this review. In my next part, I'll go over the some of the demos that you can do. I'll demo the like pinch to zoom and some of the other gestures you can do. So the next part of the review will just be about how this thing works in action. Alright guys, in this part of it, I'm just going to give you like a demo of all the gestures you can do using the Magic Trackpad. Now this will be demonstrated online, and some of these gestures don't really work on Snow Leopard if you're still making Snow Leopard, and most of them don't even work on Leopard, only a few of them do. But if you have the Magic Trackpad, I believe the minimum system requirement you need to have is at least a Snow Leopard, but it's mainly optimized for Lion. And also on the side note, I just want to mention that my mission control isn't really working, it's just doing regular expose. As you can see, usually to activate mission control on the Magic Trackpad, you would do 3 fingers up, and usually you would get the mission control interface. For some reason, I'm just getting traditional expose. So I don't know why that's not working. That's just a little side note I just want to point out there. So in case you guys are wondering how mission control works, is the 3 fingers up on the Magic Trackpad. So usually online, if you have full screen apps and traditional desktops, if you want to navigate them really easy without using any keyboard shortcuts or having to use the mouse, usually what you would do is that you would take 3 fingers and swipe them across the Magic Trackpad. You can navigate through your full screen apps and other desktops you have. This is another desktop I have, and your other full screen apps, like I have Windows here, if I ever need it. And I can go back through them and just keep scrolling until the one that I want. And if I want, say I want to use iTunes, I can just scroll down and pick a song that I want or do something like that. So that's just something to keep in mind. And if I also scroll left, you also get access to your dashboard. So if you're into dashboard, that's something else you can take advantage of. What's up in Safari here? If you open Safari and I can't read specific text on the page, I can do the same motion as I would do on the iPhone or iPad, which is the pinch to zoom method. And I can just pan around in here and see what's going on. As you can see, and if I wanted to zoom out and go to back to normal size, just do the traditional pinch to zoom method as you would on the iPhone or iPad. Let's go to a different website here. Let's go to macrumors.com. And we're reading stuff here using the 2-finger scrolling. You can do 2 fingers down to scroll up and down a page. I actually like this better than using traditional hyper scroll mode that I have on my Logitech mouse. I actually like this a lot better because it goes a lot quicker and I can actually navigate this a lot easier. So I do like this. I do like this a lot better. But say I want to go back to my previous webpage that I was on. Say I want to go back to apple.com. I want to buy the iPhone 4S, for example. All I have to do to go back to that webpage is instead of hitting the back arrows, I take 2 fingers and I move the page. As you can see, when I move that, you get a little preview of the page so you know what page is right. And once you do to go back, you just swipe left and you're back on this page. So yeah, and another thing you can do is if you want to open the Launchpad on Mac, in Lion, all you gotta do is pinch inward, and there it goes. Sometimes it doesn't work that well on the first time. Then to get out, you just sort of expand back in. So it's a pinch in to go in and expand out to leave the Launchpad. It's kind of neat. There's a ton of other gestures you can do if you just open up system preferences here and you go into the trackpad settings. You can get a whole list of gestures you can do. So they give you a little video how to set it up, so in case you want to know how to do some, but these are some of the basic gestures that you would do. Again, if you wanted to learn more about the gestures, you can check in the trackpad settings. But yeah, that's basically about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions about the Magic Trackpad, just leave them down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.